Hey y'all, hey. So I'm here to tell y'all, and I know some of y'all ain't want to hear this, but if to love somebody unconditionally does not mean you have to be in the middle of their mess. You don't have to be in the middle of somebody's mess to love them unconditionally. Think about how God loves us. God loves us to the point of where he gives us all kind of free range to where we make our choices, whether they be good or bad. And at the end of the day, he still loves us wholeheartedly. Even when it's ugly and he ain't got no reason to, he still do. And let me tell you something else about what people forget about love or don't understand. It seems like when you love somebody, when you get to a level of loving, you don't want to possess them. You don't. You give them free range and whatnot. So when people say that you have to be around this person in order to love them, that's not necessarily true. What that could speak to is I can love you from a distance, because right now you're putting me through all kinds of mess because you can at this point, because I'm still staying. For me to, I can choose to commit myself to you and stay in the middle of it with you, but that doesn't mean that I don't love you if I don't. It just means that I'm aware that I need what I need. It's self-preservation, because I ain't gonna lie to you. One of the biggest things about loving yourself is realizing that you do have to preserve yourself in order to be good to anybody else in any type of capacity. And I will say this too. Some people think that just because they have the capability to love somebody through something, they think they have the capacity as well. And sometimes we don't have both at the same time. Capacity and capability, two different things. And sometimes when people be trying to do that whole love people unconditionally, they be trying to do it. They think that they got the capability for it, but they don't have the capacity. That's when you start neglecting self. That's when you start neglecting responsibilities and all that good stuff. But you don't, in order to love somebody, you don't have to be right on top of them at all times. It don't require that. If that is part of the commitment that y'all agreed to, by all means. But what I'm saying is that love and commitment are two different things. And if a lot of people don't want to hear that because it's so intertwined. It's like they like this, right? But they can be like this. If my commitment to you is bringing me self-harm or bringing me something like that, I will leave you and that commitment over there. But I will love you from afar, because there's something in you that I've seen that I loved, and I'm going to keep loving you no matter what. But I don't have to be with you to love you. To love unconditionally means that there's no conditions. That even includes presence and commitment. It's just to love. Point blank, period. Love y'all. Bye.